Hi all, Pete Yetton here, Managing Director of Remarkable Law Consultancy Limited, higher education specialists and lawyers. So another vlog for you. This one, I'm going to keep on the topic of mitigation of risk, okay? Because obviously it's how we get to the stage that the Home Office want us to get to, and where a lot of us are already actually, which is focus on quality students and get them to their end game, which is either more education within the UK or work through the graduate route or skilled route, or they go back home and use those skills back home. So when I am normally contracted by the executive board of your business or your university, they've got a given set of priorities that they know that they want to achieve. The benefit about contracting with me is I've worked in the higher education world now for 12 years, and as a lawyer for longer than that, and I've worked amongst and led teams across the entire student journey. So I've worked in governance, I have been a senior leader within registry, senior leader within international recruitment admissions. So I've pretty much covered the entire plethora of areas that cover the student journey, which I've broken that down into 9 massive chunks with 54 different subsections off. So the one thing which I do focus on really as I'm going through the plan really of what you're trying to achieve as a business is I'm looking at the dynamics of teamwork, productivity, where there's a lot, where there's not so much. And I'm really listening. In all the meetings I'm in, I'm just listening and taking in information about the journey that you've all been on, the current journey you're on, and do you understand where the company wants to get to in the next sort of 2 to 3 years. Part of that is looking at the strategy, the international recruitment strategy of your company, of your business, and your college or your school or your university, and is that really clearly understood by all levels of the business? And when I say a level and it's sliding downwards, I'm not belittling anyone who's got the critical roles, which are lower paid but really highly skilled admin roles and support roles. It's just for you, it's easier to imagine and visually an exec at the top, and then obviously people who are admin at the bottom of that business. So again, I'm not belittling anyone's position. Everyone's important here. What's really important though is that there's a lot that's not understood by both areas. So if we just chunk it out into the exec team here, of which I've been working with them for about 12 years now, and I'm quite aware of what they need and where they're trying to get to. Equally, I'm really happy to stand in the trenches, as it were, and get my hands dirty with some of the operational stuff because it's all linked in. Okay. And I've got that ability to really oversee the entire student journey, both strategy and operational success. So when you're looking at the communication, what happens sometimes is communication from the exec can be clipped at that director level and not really communicate effectively down with the language that's needed at all levels. So someone knows why they're doing something, why all of a sudden they've got higher risk students, why there's sometimes more issues. It's really because the recruitment strategy has changed. And it might have changed for the right reason as well. So you're trying to diversify your portfolio of students because you're too reliant on low risk students, 1 or 2 countries, and you want to have more inclusivity, which is a great thing to do because they are really rewarding students to have on your campus, and they're super focused as well from higher risk high risk countries. The other way communication can get clipped and diluted is from bottom communication going up to the exec, where again it's clipped at that director level sometimes because they don't want to be micromanaged if things are coming up or there's a risk table which has been filled in. So, and that doesn't allow the exec to see a full picture of what is actually going on. So decisions can be made with not a clear understanding of the impact. So the benefit of contracting with me is that I've got overview of this entire area. So I've sort of worked at that senior level, and I've also worked across the board with everyone who works systems and admins and support. And therefore I've got a really good understanding and empathy about where you all need to get to. And obviously I've been in the sector, and from a legal point of view, I have your compliance and your license running here, and I have your student quality piece running here, and I have your student experience and journey running here, and they're all equally as important. So I'll never make a decision that's going to affect any of those 1-3 component parts. So if you want to hear more from me, it's pete@remarkablelawconsultancy.com, or my website is remarkablelawconsultancy.com. I'm in the middle of a contract at the moment for quite a few months, but contact me, I'll get back to you, and we'll have a chat. Have a wonderful week.